morning, everybody. This is Rhonda Swinar, and I'm here for the Morning Coffee Revolution. We're doing these differently now. We're starting them as lives in YouTube, and we're going to be trying to give you notice now of the time that they're going to start, and just be a bit more on a routine for everybody, so you know when they're happening. You can join us and comment. You can, like, share the video, all of that stuff right from YouTube. And it's going to be a lot easier to manage from here than inside of other social media platforms that we've been using. So we're also trying to grow our YouTube channel, so please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the videos, and if you want to, click the little bell for notifications. I know sometimes it can be annoying, but only if you want to. So welcome. Again, Morning Coffee Revolution. Got my cup here. It's not my regular cup, but it's a cup and it's got coffee in it. So anyway, I've been away. I've been retooling, trying to come up with better ways of figuring all of this out for everybody, and to make it easier for us, the volunteers that are doing this, so that we have a better bang for our time. So anyway, we're going to start this off because I've already done 22 Coffee Revolution videos, morning videos, and they've averaged about 20 minutes in length each. I'm wanting to get a sense, or we're wanting to get a sense, of where people are at with their understanding of the Powershift solution and what we're doing. And so we're asking for feedback. We're trying to find information on what you know about the Powershift. So over the next 3 days, layered into my Morning Coffee Revolutions, are going to be these questions. And I'm going to ask you to please answer the question in the comments. Every one of these, because it's on YouTube, we can put information right with the video that doesn't detract from the video itself. So in the description, you're going to find the question that we're wanting input on with the particular video. Today's question is quite simply, what do you know about the Powershift? We're, just 1 second, I think there's something wrong here with my live. No, there isn't. Okay, good. So, for again, I said the next 3 days. So put your answer in the comments, and we will try to have some discussion around that. We're going to use those as takeaways. So we're wanting to know, what do you know about the Powershift? So when you're trying to explain it to somebody else, do you know what to say? Is it something that you have that you're able to talk about? Do you find it easy to talk about? Do you find it easy to talk about it in ways that other people understand? Or would you like more information on that? Should we build that out? So that's kind of what we're looking for. What do you know about the Powershift solution, and how easy is it for you to talk about it with others and to get others to understand? So no answer's wrong. We're simply trying to direct our efforts to help people to better understand what the solution is, the Powershift solution, and that it is an actual actionable solution, and that it's not just about education and awareness, that we do have a solution that will get us to fix our democracy in Canada, and to fix our democracy for us, not for the people that are holding democracy right now, which is not us. So anyway, that's what that is. So, and that rolls right into my Morning Coffee Revolution segue of democracy, and just how little we've always had when we've thought we've had it all. Think about that for a second. Democracy. Just how little we truly have when we've been led to believe we've had it all. Take a look around at what is happening in our country today, and just how easy it was for many of our basic or our rights that we were granted in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms to go away just like that. Is that democracy? We didn't give permission for that. There's so many ways that had we worked as a whole country, that this all could have been handled in this last year, but we didn't have a say in any of it. We were just told to comply. And if you don't comply, you're a problem. So we stand by, complying, watching as mistake after mistake after mistake is made in people's lives. People pay for it with their lives. And not everybody, the elderly, have paid for it the most. Our elderly. And they continue to pay for it because the lockdowns don't keep them safe. Nothing is keeping them safe. So when did it become the government's job to tell you what you needed to do? And if you don't comply, you can't go into a store. You can't leave your home. You can't work. Because what's going on today is just the start. And that's not democracy. We have a whole constitution that talks about our laws in Canada. The Charter of Rights is just a very, very small piece of it. The Constitution goes into what the federal government has power over and what the provincial governments have power over. But so few of us understand it. None of us can change it unless we all unite in enough numbers to force a change. Because since 1982, our Constitution, even before 1982, well, our country had tried to create a Constitution for decades, aside from the BNA Act. And they just couldn't do it because it always came down to struggling and fighting over power. That's not democracy. There has been democracy in one place in Canada on a consistent basis, and it's not been with the citizens or Indigenous people. It's been with our parliamentary style of democracy, and that's it. And who holds that in the palm of their hands? Political parties. And who holds political parties in the palm of their hands? Corporations. That's the democracy we have in Canada. It's never been for us. We just vote once every 4 years. That's our democracy. That's our one playing card in this whole democratic process, is voting. Now those of us I say us, it's not me, but those who want to make a change or who are passionate and see that the system is broken and they want to make a change, what do? They use the other piece that we've been granted in democracy, and that's to become elected or to start their own political party or something like that. How has that been successful? Well, people have been attempting this since 1867, and nothing's changed. Yet for some reason, the answer always seems to be by people is who you vote for. Vote someone else different in. But that hasn't changed anything since 1867. There's been a few nuggets here and there, like we have our healthcare now, which needs a major, as we're finding out, needs a major overhaul, because while it may have been put in place with the best of intentions, guess who took over? Corporations. And their profit line. Their profit, you know. P3s have been the hugest mistake of our government, but they were wanted by the people that own them. And that's not us. When I say P3s, I mean public-private partnerships. Again, that's not democracy. We've never, the people of Canada, the citizens and Indigenous people of Canada, have never had an active role in the policies that are created on our behalf. We leave that up to those that we've elected. But we don't engage them in finding out why they make the decisions that they do. Why did they vote the way they voted? Why was this presented in the way it was presented? If we don't like something, we can put a petition inside the House of Commons, inside the Federal House of Commons, or inside our provincial House of Commons, and ask for change. But I don't know in the history of Canada when one petition inside of the House of Commons has really changed anything. Makes you feel like you're doing something, but does it really bring change? We need solutions that are truly going to bring change. And if the politicians can't fix it for us, who can? It's got to be up to us. And how can we do it? Well, one of the biggest flaws in our thought about our democracy is the fact that we don't ever unite. The citizens and Indigenous people of Canada never unite against the real problem, which is how decisions are made in the first place, that affect our daily lives, and that affect how Canada is governed. Now, do we need to burn it all down to the ground? Well, for some people that might be the solution. They may think that that's just the easiest way to get a new system in place and all of that. But you know, that's civil war. Who wants that? The easiest thing to do, and it goes against our human nature in Canada, but the easiest thing to do is for the collective citizens and Indigenous people as a whole, not one person, not a group representing them, but the whole, the collective citizens and Indigenous people of Canada being placed as our head of state inside our Constitution, removing our monarchy style of governance. Now, do all the pieces need to be removed? Probably not. But we've never, ever been granted what we were supposed to be in 1931, in 1960, and 1982. 3 times our country has been given to the people. And 3 times the government at the time has kept it from us. They've said we're not ready. And I keep saying this, in many ways, they're not wrong. Look at the way it is today. How many people are doing like different things and oh, that's wrong and that can't happen, and all the naysayers and everything like that. Well, here's the truth of all of this, is that you don't need everybody. To be strong. You only need a certain percentage. And there's a couple of thresholds that you need to get to in order for that to happen. The first threshold is 3%. Once you have 3%, you have momentum. Momentum that can't be taken away. After that, you get to 25%. Quickly, because it takes forever to get to 3%, but to get from 3% to 25% takes very little time. And then you have fundamental, forever change. And if we do it right, it's change that can never be taken away from us by anybody that we elect. Because they answer to all of us, not a political party. If we elect them and they turn out to be corrupt, or we find out that they're putting in legislation that is underhanded and goes against what we are asking them to do for the betterment of our country and how we work with other countries, we can easily remove them. We're not at the mercy of a decision that isn't ours. Now, does that mean that we need to be involved in every decision, in everything? Of course not. But it means that the major policy issues, the major decisions, we would have referendums on. Would they be nationwide referendums? Probably not, because if the policy that's being addressed only deals with an issue in a certain province, then there would just be a referendum in that province. If it deals with 3 provinces, then that's where the referendum would be. It will be wherever the people are affected. That's who decides. But they decide. They don't wait for lobbyists. They don't wait for the government to make the decision for them. They work with the government to ensure that their needs are being met. That's something that's never happened. We're told it does, but it doesn't. We have a huge issue with democracy. We are told we have it when we never have. And why are we told we have it? Because of 2 things. We're able to vote, and we have referendum legislation at the federal level. So we can vote once every 4 years. And we've had one referendum in our lifetime. Many of you not even in your lifetime. If you were born after 1992, you've never had a referendum. That's how few times our voice is asked for. Now, what are they doing instead of referendums? Surveys and polls. How many people across Canada do they take in or get their feedback from for those surveys and polls? Close to 1,600 now. 1,600 people speak for all of us every time there's a poll or survey that is done on behalf of the government. And they're done a lot. Pretty crazy, huh? And when you see the media using numbers like 56% or 67% say they want this, or 42% are against that, check the data from the poll. Because if it's Canada-wide, it's 67% of about 1,600 people. If it's provincial-wide, for example, if it's in my own province, it's 67% of 100 people. Don't believe the media when they say those numbers are based on a poll or a survey. Go in and look at how that survey was conducted and how many people answered it or were allowed to answer it. It's a very small number, and the government has been using this system of making decisions and swaying popular opinion for decades. We don't even realize it's happening anymore. It's just a way of life. Oh, government, there's another survey. Oh, another poll. Let's answer it. The ones you know that are government, if you go to answer it and it says that the survey is already they have enough, or they've already for your area, they don't need you anymore, like there's already been enough respondents, you pretty much know that's a government survey, because they only allow 1,600 people. It's less than 1,600, it's between 15,500 and 1,600 people all across Canada answer. And I'm in Saskatchewan, so for Saskatchewan and Manitoba, it's a combined amount of 200 people. They could be all in Manitoba. They could be all in Saskatchewan. We don't know, because they never break it out to our individual provinces. It's always both. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, I've been rambling on for about 20 minutes now. So this is the Powershift morning coffee revolution. You see the signs behind me. We talk about how Canada's governed, the truth behind their actions and what they really do, why it makes a difference for us, why it's important for us to understand this stuff, and why we have a solution on the table that's really important that people understand. So I'm going to circle right back to the start of this live, which is about, we're going to be asking for the next 3 days questions. And we do want you to respond in the comments. I know there's a live chat when this is live, but we would prefer you to actually create a comment so that we can keep track of it better. So the question today is, what do you know about the Powershift? Do you know anything? Do you know a lot? What do you think you know? We want to know. we want to know, because no answer's wrong. We're simply trying to direct our efforts to help people better understand what the Powershift solution is. And to do that, we need to know where we're at with this today. We need you to tell us. Do you have a problem when you're talking about the Powershift with people? Do you not talk about it because you don't understand it well enough? We want to know this stuff so that we can channel our efforts, because we're all volunteers, so we can channel our volunteer hours into areas that really will have an impact fast. That's what we're trying to do. So again, this is our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, please like the videos, and if you really want to, please check the notification bell so you know every time I go live. And by the way, I'm going to be going live every morning. We've done 22 of these videos already, or I've done 22 of these videos already. They're all in our on our channel. They're also in a I forget what that word is called again, but they're on our channel, and you can find them easily. They're right there. And please watch them if you want, please watch them and like them and share them. We're doing these on YouTube so that they're easily shareable now. We have been doing the first 22. We're done all on Facebook Lives only. And then we had to download them and upload them here and all that kind of stuff. But now we're going to be able to share these directly into Facebook and not have to worry about uploading videos and all of that stuff. Every once in a while we'll play them live, but the whole idea is that people can share them everywhere, and it will not, how do I put this? In some social media platforms, if you go live and you share a live video, it takes the interaction away from their group or their page or their, and it messes with their algorithms for what they want to do. And so people are very reluctant to have live videos shared across their groups. And that, fair enough, this is our project, not theirs. So we thought this is a way to get around it, is through the YouTube videos. So anyway, have a great day, everybody. Have a coffee, enjoy your day. Don't let the world get you too down, or our country get you too down. Enjoy, help somebody out, find the common good in all of this. That's something that we've been missing. It's something that at the start, I don't know if you remember, at the start of all of this, we had thought that it would slow us down enough that we would find common good and community again. Let's do that. That's what this is about. Creating a solution to get us to that. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.